Ferrari go through these phases, and for me it's very much around the management, the clarity. You know, you could see in the Schumacher years, it wasn't just about Schumacher. Jean Todt was pivotal in creating the right kind of culture, the right kind of management style for the organisation, and cutting through a lot of the bureaucracy. And I think they've struggled ever since to get that same clarity, partly because, you know, as we know, history tells us firms only really change radically when things are going really badly, really dreadful. And Ferrari in the 80s, early 90s were going through a terrible period. At the moment, they're sort of pottering along around the cusp. You know, it's not dreadful, but it's not great either. It's not, as you say, what they should be doing given their history, given their resources. So I think there are management issues. I think, you know, Matteo Binotto is a lovely guy. He was a great technical director, but when you give someone this wider responsibility, you know, you're losing that technical skill, and, you know, someone's trying to get into a different role, which in Ferrari is a hugely demanding political role, a sort of senior team principal role. So, and then there's also the question about how much these people are protected by Ferrari themselves, you know, by the shareholders and so on, and how much interfering goes on. So I think Ferrari's what that has been a problem of feast and too much resource and trying to get through to the clarity of what they're really about.
Listen to more insights on the Mission Makers podcast through Apple, Spotify and YouTube.